It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Monday, February 25th, 2019. It is 7 a.m.
Whoop, whoop.
Hi.
Whoop, whoop. Not a bad morning this morning.
Boy, look at that sunlight out there.
I know. It was 20-something degrees when I left the house,
It's
but
sunlight.
it didn't feel bad. I mean, it didn't feel like I wasn't freezing.
Yeah, it's cold, but, it's spring's just around the corner.
There you go.
It's just around the corner. Just peek around the corner a little bit, you'll see spring. Boy, how about some of the rain around the region? My goodness. I've got a picture right here of Knoxville, Tennessee. They flooded over there, and they had some mudslides on I-24 between Nashville and Murfreesboro. And any damage in Arkansas? Anybody heard of anything?
I hadn't heard of anything. I know we got a lot of rain on Saturday.
No.
At least I was down by Little Rock, and I know we got a lot of rain down there.
Anyway, welcome Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Bob Recktenwald. Going to be doing some sports here in a bit, and Scooter Callis. And so had a fun weekend, and boy, the wind kicked up the other night.
The wind kicked up bad.
You had to drive
Sunday.
home, and
yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
Turn the steering wheel to the right or left or go straight.
It was windy, that's for darn sure. There is no doubt.
Oh, anyway, I'm enjoying Brood Awakening Coffee. Hope you're doing the same thing. Brood Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. There's the logo right there. Check them out. 3 locations to serve you. We've got Balmer Boulevard, which at 7:01, 7:02 a.m. is going to be getting busy between now and, say, 10 before 8. And Baxter Regional Lobby, and then we've got 62 East Plaza. 3 locations to serve you the best coffee in town. Brood Awakening Coffee. Mike and his staff work so hard to serve the community with the great coffee. Check them out. Mochas, lattes, espressos, you name it, they've got
cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon rolls about that big.
Bob hadn't had yet.
About time to go get some more, I think, ain't it?
Yeah, we got to find out when Bob's going to be gone. It's just kind of how the trend is, Bob. I don't know what
Just
to
depends
tell
on when
you.
he drives by. If he gets there at 6:30 every day, then he'll ride him with a cinnamon roll. Anyway, check out Brood Awakening Coffee. 3 locations to serve you the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brood Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. And I appreciate Mike and his staff and all the good coffee. Went out and got about another big old bag of fresh ground beans. Good stuff. Right, Scooter?
There you go.
Morning prayers brought by Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas, right here in Mountain Home. Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect. Very professional, dignified, caring, loving. They will help you. Talk to Charlotte, talk to Bruce, Chris, anyone down there will help you. Pre-plan, or even in the event of an emergency, they're right there to help you. Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in the state to serve you, 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. And, of course, right here in Mountain Home. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes is paused now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, no one can pat themselves on the back and congratulate themselves more than TV and movie actors and all kinds of awards for acting. Yeah, think about that. Acting, portraying something or someone other than ourselves. So why all the huge productions over acting awards? These people aren't heroes, they are actors. My question is, why aren't there TV shows showing a nurse in a hospital caring for a terminally ill patient, a school teacher working 2 or 3 hours per day overtime to help a student learn, a firefighter going into a burning structure to save the life of a person or a pet, or the police officer that has to see the gruesome effects of a car wreck? Hollywood people are too full of themselves to see who the real heroes or award winners are in this country. Lord, I pray you bless our real heroes, and you know who they are. That's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring you morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
And now, da, da, da,
He
winner.
tuned the trumpet.
Bob's over there. Bob.
Ba, ba,
He won't even do it. He's just bah humbug this morning.
What's changed? Morning weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Century 21 Lemac Real Estate, where for all your real estate needs. The Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zadora. Really good friends. I tell you what, for all your real estate needs, see the Z-Team. Bob and Linda, they've got people in Marion County and Izard and Stone County and Baxter County, Fulton County, and they can help you cross the state line in Missouri. So, for all your real estate needs, the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. Weather-wise this morning, let's take a quick
Are we going to
look
look at the live cam?
when we get through the temperatures and everything.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Temperature-wise, we're at 27 degrees in Mountain Home, 26 in Harrison, Hardy at 29, 25 at Mountain View, Yellville at 23, Marshall at 25, Calico at 27. St. Louis, Missouri checks in at 21, but it's 30. Wow, already 30 in Poplar Bluff, 27 at Branson, 23 in West Plains, but minus 13 in Watford City, North Dakota. Talked to my son up there, and he said, hey, it's cold. I said, oh, yeah, it's like 5 above zero. We're at 53 yesterday, you know.
Yeah, I don't want any part of that.
On the radar, the national scene here first, a little bit on the West Coast, Northern California, Southern Oregon, a little bit in Nevada, Idaho, and Washington getting some precip right now. Montana, they want to sell Montana to Canada. You see that bunch? What good's Montana? Just send it to Canada. They want to pay off the national debt with Montana. Oh, yeah, anyway. Beautiful sky country, Montana, with a little bit of snow flurries going on up there, along with a little bit in the Dakotas going into Iowa and Minnesota. Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, Illinois, all clear right now. Are we ready for that Arkansas stop there, Scooter?
Yep.
All right, the Little Rock radar. Your Highway 62, 412 east and west is clear as this time. Highway 65, north-south Branson, 65 north-south Little Rock, Branson, excuse me. Little Rock, Batesville, Poplar Bluff, Highway 67, 167. Of course, they split, you know. And let's see, your interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555 in Arkansas are all clear at this time. Did I miss a highway in there? I think I got them all. Anyway, let's take a look at the St. Louis stop here and see what we got in Missouri. It looks like I-70 is clear. Wow. I-70 Columbia, St. Louis, east of Vandalia, Effingham in good shape. I-44 Rolla, St. Louis, and then I-64 east from East St. Louis to Mount Vernon in good shape. You see I-55 coming in from Sykeston and Cape Girardeau on into St. Louis right there. Southwest Missouri. There it popped in. Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield, I-44 to Lebanon, and then Kansas City, I-70. Looks good as well. Well, let's see. That's a very colorful forecast map. What do we got up in the New England area? High winds up in there. We've got a winter weather advisory and blizzard warnings up in the northwest. Chill advisories in Dakotas and Minnesota and Wisconsin. Of course, it's supposed to be cold. They have some flooding conditions in East Tennessee, Middle Tennessee, parts of Alabama, Georgia, and eastern Arkansas along the Mississippi River. 7-day forecast. Today, sunny, high of 55. Wow, it's going to get warm today. I didn't know that. 55 today. Tonight, low of 33. Tuesday, high of 60, mostly sunny. And a low of 41 on Wednesday, 20% chance of showers with a high of 60. Wednesday night, 40% chance of showers, low of 41, then a high of 50 on Thursday. 40% chance of showers continues. Thursday night, 20% chance of showers, a low of 36, high of 53 on Friday. More rain. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we have some rain showers. Now we'll take a look at the Z-Team live weather cam brought to you by the Z-Team Century 21 Lemac Real Estate. This is a live cam looking over the city of Cotter. And you can actually see the White River, the bridges come through, and from the left to right, you can see the curvature of the river. Beautiful clear skies as it looks towards the east. Mountain Home in the far upper right-hand area, kind of in
I liked it the other day when we had fog.
Oh my goodness,
all
just
through
thick
the river.
fog. You know,
That-
Channel 3
that
had the
was
same
pretty
thing.
cool.
They've got their tower cam. I forget it was in Springfield, maybe it's at Baxter Regional Medical Center, but a lot of fog there. But the beautiful river cam, the live cam, this is a live shot brought to you by the Z-Team at Century 21 Lemac Real Estate. You can see this on retiretoarkansas.net when you're checking out your real estate needs with the Z-Team. You can check out the live weather cam.
I'm going to bring up the still picture that's got the names of the towns so people get an idea of where we're at. We're sitting right up here, Cotter, right above the river there. And you can see the city of Cotter, Mountain Home, and Harrison, and
the horizon of Missouri
or
there.
the Missouri, sorry,
Yep.
and Bull Shoals is what it's facing.
Can we go back to the live shot there?
You bet.
We'll take another look at that. Just a beautiful camera this morning. Wow, beautiful White River right there. From Marion County looking into Baxter County on the White River. Brought to you by the Z-Team, Century 21 Lemac Real Estate for all your real estate needs. Checking the drought monitor. Duh, when you got flooding showing up on maps, but I need to show it anyway. Missouri and Arkansas clear at this time. No drought situations. I drive Arkansas. I refresh this. I'm going to go ahead and refresh this and check. We've got some flooding conditions in different parts of the state. Down around Camden, Highway 7, high water on Highway 7. Of course, it goes all the way down to Camden. In southeast Arkansas, down by Lake Village, Highway 160, they've got high water there. All throughout the Delta region, from Walnut Ridge over to Blytheville, all the way down into Lake Village, they do have some high water. Still working on the culvert situation on Highway 69. Overall road conditions in Arkansas should be clear at this time. Wherever you see the circle X in blue, that's a high water warning. So you can see the Delta region, Batesville to Jonesboro, Jonesboro to West Memphis, Forest City, around Searcy, Arkansas, places like that. Take a look at MoDOT. A little bit of winter precipitation affecting the roads north of Kansas City. Mostly clear, partly covered in extreme northwest Missouri. Other than that, we do have some flooded roads. What's this on 160? Let's check this on 160 here, I believe. Highway K eastbound due to flooding. This is just off of Highway 160 in Missouri. This is over around Moody, Missouri, I would think. Highway H. Some of the side roads, anytime you get one of the J and H and R and some of those up in Missouri, the county roads, state roads, just be careful. Some of those have some low water bridges. Anyway, morning weather brought to you by the Z Team, Century 21 Lemac Real Estate. For all your real estate needs, check them out at retiretoarkansas.net. Community calendar. Pretty about old time.
There you go. For breakfast this morning, on special, we've got, you know what Mondays
chicken
are?
Fried steak.
Chicken fried steak days. We'll have chicken fried steak, hash browns, eggs, biscuit gravy, all for $6.88. Can't beat it. Or for lunch, you can do the chicken fried steak with 2 sides and a roll of cornbread, also for $6.88. Go in there, try one of their homemade pies or cobbler, or you're gonna have a good day today.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice weather. Go out to eat for lunch today.
There you go.
Well, let's see what do we have here. This is from the Calico Rock Museum and Visitor Center. Quilting and evolving fabric art. Take a tour of quilting, from the history of traditional quilting to the new tools of the 20th and 21st century, to the new directions of art, quilting, and modern quilting. History portion will be April 15th through 27th. New tools will be April 29th through May 11th, and new directions May 13 to 25. And this is at 104 Main Street in Calico Rock, Arkansas, the Calico Rock Heritage and Visitor Center, Thomason Art and Science Center, right in downtown Calico Rock. Gonna be a lot of fun down there. They were up here Friday. Oh, you weren't here Friday. Really good program about Calico Rock and the history. It's just a lot of fun. A lot of fun. There will be a Mardi Gras party at St. Andrew's Episcopal Church at 511 Coley Drive, Tuesday, March 5th, 6 p.m. until who knows when. Cajun dinner, beverages, and dessert, music by Chaotic Entertainment, dancing, auctions, raffles, and revelry. Invite your neighbors and friends to join you. Tickets are $20 each. You can call 425-3560 if you have any questions. Benefits the Diocesan Robert R. Brown Camp for the Disabled Adults. Spaghetti dinner fundraiser for the Mountain Christian Academy Junior High going to the Kentucky Ark Encounter. Takes place Monday, March 4th, which is next Monday, from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. This is a drop-in. Come by anytime between 5:30 and, say, 7:10 and enjoy spaghetti dinner. Leave a nice donation. Takes place at Mountain Bible Church at 145 Pioneer Trail right here in Mountain Home. What you got
anything, Bob? Nope. And we'll be talking about some sports and stuff that happened over the weekend, but don't have a whole lot coming up, so things are starting to wind down for me.
Really?
Which is good. I'm ready.
There'll be some other activities come up. Hey, send us your community calendar stuff. We want to hear from some folks. I heard from Cotter, Arkansas on Friday. Got some things come up. We got some stuff scheduled for May concerning Cotter, Arkansas. Fine little town there. And wanting to do some stuff. Give us your stuff. Cotter, Gassville, Mountain Home, Henderson. Give us a call. Anyway, community calendar brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Best lunch, best breakfast in town, Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday to 11 a.m. We're down there Saturday morning, have a nice breakfast. A lot of fun.
There you go.
So, anyway, I guess it's time for a break, ain't it?
You got it.
Be right back.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with a pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant, located on the square in Mountain Home.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Time for Bob Recktenwald Sports.
It's Monday. We're going to talk a little bit about Mountain Home Bomber bowling. Bowling season wrapped up last week, and we're going to find out. We've been trying to get the bowling coach and the swim coach on for quite a while, and we finally got a hold of them, and they're going to join us. So we're joined this morning by Tyler Shrum. Is that the way you say that?
Yes, sir.
Forever and ever?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, relax a little bit. What we normally do with this show. Excuse me. What we normally do when you're on the first time is we like to know who you are. As But a lot of these parents never know who their kids' coaches are.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to ask you a few questions about your background. Where are you from?
Originally from Batesville.
Batesville.
Mm-hmm.
A pioneer.
Yes, sir.
Did you graduate down there?
Yes, sir.
What year?
2011.
2011. Where'd you go to college?
ASU in Jonesboro.
ASU Jonesboro.
Graduated 2015.
Did you play sports down in Batesville?
I played just about every one there was.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Football, baseball, cross country, track, trap. I just did it all.
Did you ever know a guy by the name of Gary Suttle?
I did not.
He kind of helped out with baseball coaching in Batesville for a while.
It may have been before my time.
Or after. You just never know.
Yeah.
Well, good deal. Are you married?
Yes, sir. Got a wife and one kid and another one on the way.
One on the way.
Mm-hmm.
And where's your wife from?
She's from Cushman.
Cushman?
Yes, sir. Graduated from Southside Batesville.
Okay. Is she a teacher as well?
Right now, she just graduated college. She's looking for a job right now as a teacher.
All right. What does she teach?
Well, early childhood.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And outside of bowling, what do you teach?
I teach Arkansas history.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What got you interested in coming up to Mountain Home?
Just the area. We were living in Marion, right there next to West Memphis.
Okay.
Just got married, had our first kid, and we just wanted a better area to raise our family.
There you go.
And so Mountain Home just kind of stuck out from everything else.
It's a pretty good area to be raising kids.
So far it has been.
Yeah, it sure is. Well, I graduated here in 78, and Dale graduated 75, 76.
Yep.
And Dale raised 4 boys here, and I raised 2 girls, 2 boys. And Scooter, he's got a boy and a girl. So we will contest that this is probably one of the best places in Arkansas to raise a family.
Good.
So if it's a nice, relaxed environment you're looking for, this is probably the place for you to go.
Mm-hmm.
So history and coaching. What other sports do you coach?
Right now I'm coaching junior high football. I'm the head bowling coach, and I'm also a 7th grade intramural coach for basketball.
For basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So 7th grade football.
8th and 9th football.
Oh, 8th and 9th grade football. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Junior high football.
I teach every grade level there is.
Nothing wrong with that.
Mm.
You have a big influence on a lot of kids that way.
Quite a few.
So let's talk a little bit about your football. Do you see a big change from the 8th grade to the 9th grade as far as numbers go?
Since I've been here, no. My first year here coaching, we had Coach Maddox.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I understood, there was a big drop-off between 8th and 9th grade before he got here.
Mm-hmm.
And since he's got here, we haven't seen hardly any drop-off. We've seen a lot of actually increases.
That's good.
So we started off-season this year in 8th grade football with around 50-something kids, and we're up to 55 now since football season ended. So we're looking to actually have more in 9th grade than we did in 8th grade last year.
That's good.
Yeah. More numbers, and it's just better.
What do you credit that to?
We do pretty well with how we treat the kids. We're very much on building relationships, and we talk to a lot of kids. We don't just coach football. We teach a lot of our subjects, and those kids that we see in those classes, we try to bring them in, and they see how much fun we're having, and so they're just naturally drawn to it. We've got a lot of coaches that care right now.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
We need a lot of that because, it's recruiting is a bad word in high school football because you can't go outside of your school and recruit. But a school the size of Mountain Home, we've got a lot to pick from.
Mm-hmm.
And I've said this for years. There's kids walking up and down them hallways that you have no idea if they'd be a good ball player or not. I don't care if it's football or basketball or wrestling or even bowling. So having coaches that will actually take the time to talk to those students,
mm-hmm.
To me is very important, and I think the numbers will continue to increase if coaches are doing that.
I hope so.
So, how long have you been involved in bowling?
This is my 2nd year.
You like it?
So far, it's been a blast.
Yeah?
Loved it.
Yeah. They didn't have bowling in Batesville, did they?
No, sir. Batesville actually started their bowling program just last year. And so their head coach actually taught me in high school, so we hit it off pretty well. In fact, I didn't even know bowling was a sport until I moved here to Mountain Home.
Oh, is that right? Well, it hadn't been one for very long. It's been around about 10 years, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, we started bowling here, I think, in 2000. Well, actually, probably 2006 or 7. So about 11 years. It's produced pretty good bowlers, though.
The 2 years I've been here, they've been impressing me personally. Got a lot of good kids that bowl pretty high. We had a kid that bowled a 300 the other day.
Is that right?
Yes, sir. And so our talent level's going up.
Bowling in practice?
Yes, sir. Unfortunately,
That's the unfortunate thing, isn't it?
Yeah, right before our state tournament, he bowled it.
Scooter, take us for a quick break. We'll come back and we'll talk more bowling with Coach Tyler Shrum, Mountain Home High School, and we'll get into the details of how it works for you and what your schedule looks like.
Okay.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment, their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrub stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Gray's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tagged retractable compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
So off camera, we were talking about bowling and the history of the bowling team here at Mountain Home. And like I said, it's been around since, I think, the school year of 06-07. And, Mountain Home's had some pretty good success. They haven't gone all the way and won a conference championship.
No, actually, our boys won conference
The boys won a conference championship this year. Up till this year, they haven't won. We'll talk about the boys winning theirs. And then on to state. We haven't won a state championship, I don't believe.
No, sir.
But we did have a singles champion, which happened to be my son about in 07. When does your bowling season start?
Usually, we start practice just about as early as we can. I usually start as soon as football season ends, and the kids always start bowling before then, so right around October, November. So when they start bowling, then we have our first match usually in December.
Now, do you have a lot of football players that bowl?
We got a few here and there. Not so much. I was actually able to convince a couple to come out, but we had Dakota Tolbert.
Mm-hmm.
He came out. He was a senior. He's been bowling for 2 or 3 years now.
Right.
Pretty good bowler. He was all-state this year. He's actually going to Bethel University in Kansas to play football.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Then we got Xavier Anderson. He's a freshman. Younger brother of Jordan Anderson, who's a baseball player here.
Okay. And on the girls' side, you have dual athletes over there?
We got a few, like Danny Frensel. I know she runs track. Then I think a majority of my girls actually are in the band.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
How many kids or student athletes do you have on the girls' side as far as bowling?
The girls this year we had 10 girls. 6 of them were seniors. And then on the boys' side we had 9. I want to say 9. And we had 4 or 5 seniors.
Wow. So you're going to lose some talent there.
We're going to be losing quite a bit next year.
At what grade will you allow them to start?
Well, 9th grade is our official starting time. They can join the team then. They can travel with the team. They can get the jerseys, all that. But this year we actually had a couple 8th graders that would show up to practice, and they bowled with us. They bowled in the league. And so we brought 2 of them along with us to practice, and they practiced with us the entire year.
Now, do you participate in the junior league out at Driftwood, or do you just strictly do it with the high school?
I just strictly do it with the high school. Coaching 2 other sports besides bowling keeps me pretty well occupied.
Keeps you a little busy? Yeah. Tell me about your season this year.
The girls went undefeated in regular matches. They went to conference. They placed second. I want to say they didn't lose first by just a few pins. And then in state they came in 4th place out of 10 teams, top 10 in the state. My guys, we actually lost 2 matches throughout the year to, I want to say one was Norfolk, the other one was Nettleton.
Okay.
Faced pretty stiff competition. They got to conference, they won it all. Then they went to state and they came in 3rd in the state out of 10 teams.
3rd out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Any individual standouts?
Danny Frenzel, she was a all-conference and an all-state selection. I want to say she came in 5th out of the top 10 bowlers in the state.
Nope.
And then for my guys, Dakota Tolbert grabbed the very last spot in all-state and ended up beating another one of my boys by 1 pin to get all-state, Christian Amato. And Christian Amato was a all-conference bowler.
Is he a senior as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Both those boys are seniors. Danny, thankfully, is a junior. She'll be back next year.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. So, will these? They'll just go on to band, and then Dakota went to wrestling a little bit, didn't he?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's a wrestler. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and then so the girls will go back to band, and whatever boys are in the band. I guess there's, other than track and field and cross country, what else do they have coming up? We're in the wind down stage already.
Yeah, we're in the wind down.
That's
we're coming down off of it.
busy, then all of a sudden nothing. You know, that's pretty crazy. Of course, we got girls softball starts tonight, so be exciting. So, what do you think the future looks like?
The future, it's really hard to say. Like I said, we're losing so many really talented seniors this year. I know we got some really talented freshmen coming up, but it's really hard to replace experience.
How expensive is it for the student athletes to bowl?
How expensive is it?
Yeah, do they have, they've got shoes to buy and they've got practice time to pay for?
Well, every practice is paid for by the school. Okay. We have a contract set up with the bowling alley, so every practice, we practice 2 times a week, and it's always free to them. The shoes are free. The only thing they'll come out of pocket is if they want to buy themselves a ball, which we usually recommend just because so they can get used to one single ball.
Right.
But the bowling alley does provide house balls if you want to use those, and if you want to actually take the house ball from one alley to another, he allows that to happen. So it can really be free if you want it to be.
Does he still help the team? I know Chris at one time, he was
yes, sir. He still helps the team.
Volunteer coach.
Quite a bit.
Does he still travel with y'all?
Occasionally when business allows him to.
Good. Chris Krug, good guy over at Driftwood Lanes. He's always been very helpful with the kids too.
Yes, he provides a lot of help. Anything I can't really instruct him on, he can help them out. I know he's given away free products before. Certain things he buy for the kids and stuff like that, like finger wraps, finger tape, re-drilling balls, new inserts for the holes. He does a lot of help.
Does your bowling team do any kind of a fundraiser throughout the year?
So far we haven't set one up.
Haven't had one?
No, sir.
Good deal. Let's see here. So you're all wrapped up for this year, and you'll start back up in October of next year. And Now, will you take the time to try to go to the junior league and do some of that recruiting we talked about earlier? Maybe just talk to them, let them know that high school does have.
Oh, we do have a parent, Sarah Thomas.
Okay.
Aspen Thomas's mother. She's the one who runs that junior league, and so she's actually bringing in a lot of them herself.
Good.
She's one that helped a lot with the girls team this year, and so she's actually the one that brought in those 2 8th graders. As far as I know, brought them in, got them to keep coming to practice and getting better.
Yep.
And so she's actually helped a lot with bringing those younger kids in.
Keep them around and get them acclimated and see how it works, because a kid will never know what a baker is until they come to the bowling team.
Yes, sir.
It's a little bit hard to swallow.
Mm-hmm.
How did your teams do on Baker this year? Is that their forte, or is it still the individual game?
Well, the girls, it seemed like the individual games were the ones where they really nailed it. And then for my guys, it was the Bakers that actually put them ahead.
Really?
In the conference tournament, my guys were actually losing by quite a bit until the Bakers. And they had killed it there.
Wow.
And state the same way. We're in 4th or 5th place going into the Baker games at state. And then they got themselves all the way up to 3rd with the Bakers. So
the Baker, if those that don't know what a Baker is, it's each bowler will bowl a frame, and they'll have whoever bowls the first will bowl the 5th. Is that correct?
6th.
You'll bowl 2 frames throughout the whole game, and you just take your cumulative score. Sometimes it plays out really well, and sometimes it doesn't.
It tends to be the hardest part of a bowling tournament.
Yep. So you bowl all your home games at Driftwood.
Yes, sir.
And then you have some practice meets against Flippin still.
Yes, sir.
Flippin, Norfolk.
Mm-hmm.
Batesville, I'm sure you've picked up this year. Do you bowl against ICC?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We also try to bowl a couple Jonesboro teams.
I was going to say, you probably go over to Jonesboro and bowl Nettleton.
Last year we bowled Jonesboro. This year we bowled Nettleton. Next year, who knows?
Yeah. So there's really no true conference matches in the season, but you just prepare yourself for the conference meet.
Yes, sir.
And this year the conference meet was in Jonesboro, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then the state meet was at
Cabot.
Oh, at Cabot.
It was at Cabot this year.
Oh, okay. Norfolk must have went to the other two.
I think they went to Fort Smith. Yes, sir.
Bowler World. Yeah. So, do you still bowl a lot against Norfolk? Is it just
last year? Coming into the season, it was my first year scheduling, and I didn't realize how quick we had to schedule. And so Norfolk actually had their schedule filled up before we could get them. Mm-hmm. And this year we were actually able to fit each other in. And so Norfolk was actually one of our boys' losses. They were pretty.
They're
salty
pretty salty.
Yeah.
They normally are. You know, bowling is one of those sports that's inexpensive for a student athlete to play. It doesn't take a lot of time away from your schoolwork because the season travel is not that bad. Jonesboro being the furthest point to go. Batesville's just an hour, so it's not like you're coming home at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
You normally get done with your match and you can be home 7, 8 o'clock at night. Jonesboro probably a little closer to 9, probably.
Yes, sir.
So it's something easy for a student to do. And if you can roll that ball down there and hit them pins, about everybody gets to play. You know, it's not a super competitive. It's more competitive with the individual than it is with the team. If the bowler himself, him or her, can discipline themselves to practice outside of their 2 days a week, the better they're going to get.
Yes, sir. We actually give them a player's card where it allows them anytime outside of those 2 practices a week. It's only $1 a game.
Yeah.
And so it's always something fun for them to do. It allows them a little extra times and things to do outside of school. So if you ain't got nothing to do, well, you got $1 a game. You can go out there and bowl 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, in the summertime when it's 104 degrees outside and the humidity is about 98%, there's no better place to be than inside that bowling alley to where it's nice and cool, and you can, for $1 a game, just kind of take your time and teach yourself. It's a self-taught game. It really is. You can have a coach that will instruct you the best they can, but it's your body, your technique that's going to make a difference. My oldest boy has the most unorthodox delivery, but he's pretty dang good. He really is. Everybody laughed at him when he first started, ended up winning the state championship. But it's a little bit different. Bowling is a different sport. And, there's room for a lot of more players, I would bet.
Mm-hmm. Always use the more talent.
You bet. Do you travel everybody that's on the team?
Usually we have a travel team and a home team. The home team is everybody. Travel team will take the top 7 bowlers. But when it comes to conference and state, we take everybody.
Everybody goes to conference
yes, sir.
and state.
I want everyone to experience it. It's a blast. We feed them for free. For state, we actually get to spend the night, get to stay in hotel rooms, and we usually get a pretty decent meal out of it. And so everyone they love it. It's a real enjoyable experience.
What do you like the most out of bowling, being the coach of bowling?
Honestly, the atmosphere. I love it. It's a very relaxed sport. It has its intense moments, but it's very enjoyable. The people, the parents, the kids, everyone. It's just a really fun sport to enjoy.
Yeah, it's a different.
It's a lot less intense than football. A lot less yelling and.
Not a whole lot of broken arms or legs come out of a bowling match.
I haven't seen one yet.
No, it's a good time. Anything else you'd like to add, Coach, before we wrap up and let you go on to school?
Off the top of my head, no.
But you coach both boys and girls?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, if and you practice the same practice time, each match is boys and girls generally. So it's a pretty much a team building atmosphere. You've got boys and girls together all the time.
Yes, sir. We practice together. We share the same lanes, everything.
Yeah.
Same bus. Everything's together 100%.
Good deal. What else? You got any questions, guys?
I'm good.
I'm good.
All
I'm
right.
learning something. Baker.
Oh, the Baker. It's a dandy. You have to, yeah, it's a dandy. Coach Tyler Shrum, Mountain Home High School, Bombers head bowling coach, 7th and 8th grade football coach, 8th and 9th grade football coach, and 7th grade
basketball.
Intramural basketball.
Yes, sir.
There we go. And that's over.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Basketball's done. So what's next for you?
Just off-season football.
Off-season football.
Mm-hmm.
Pump and go.
Yes, sir.
There you go. All right. Scooter, take us away. We appreciate your time, Coach.
Yes, sir.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with a pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back. Baby, back, baby, back.
7:44. Like a belch from a bad onion, we're back.
And here's Bob.
And here's Bob.
No.
You still got 15 more minutes. It's Bob Recktenwald Sports on Monday, remember?
Bob Recktenwald, Monday Morning Sports.
Yeehaw.
I'm just drinking coffee.
You always seem so motivated. You know that, Bob? You just
excited.
Yeah, full of life.
Excited, yeah. Arkansas baseball team's off to a good start.
Are they?
They started the season off this past weekend and went 3-0, and the weekend before last, and then this past weekend they went 2-1, so they're 5-1 on the season so far. And it's not like they start their season off slouching. They won 2 out of 3 over USC, so that's a pretty good feat.
USC, like Southern Cal?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Good job.
Arkansas baseball is always something good to watch. It's fun.
Been to Baum Stadium?
No.
It's good. I like it.
Have not been there. Lady Razorbacks beat Mississippi yesterday. Yeah, beat Mississippi 73-61. It was a pretty good game. Chelsea Dungy shot 33 points. That's pretty wild. She's had 3 30-point plus games this year.
Good.
She is a junior. She'll be back next year. Malik Monk, I believe that's her name, Malik. She will graduate off this year, so they'll miss her quite a bit. Lady Bombers were successful in beating West Memphis on Friday night, so they have punched their ticket into, I don't believe they have a conference tournament anymore. I think it goes, they take the top so many into the state tournament straight off. So they punched the number 3 seat, and they'll go on to that. Yellville and Flippin both will be playing in their respective state tournament, which should start this week. Yellville's on one side of the bracket, and Flippin is on the other. They could make themselves play each other again down the road. So it's been a lot of basketball. Basketball season wrapping up. Boys are done. They finished their season Friday night with a loss against West Memphis. I'll tell you a little story real quick. So you were out of town. Scott, you were gone to the state high school wrestling match.
Yep.
And it was senior night.
Yep.
And so they had all kinds of festivities before that set of games on Friday, and then during the games they had recognized all the seniors. Well, my oldest boy took his little 3-year-old daughter. She just loves to go watch the cheerleaders and the basketball and all the action. She just likes the action. And they were out by the concession stand, and of course it's noisy. And then the music starts playing for the national anthem. Everybody stops what they're doing, puts their hand on their heart, and did not move during the duration of the national anthem. Welcome back to small town USA. My little granddaughter turns to her daddy and says, "Daddy, what happened?" That was the only noise you could hear, apparently. Was Charlie K asking her daddy, "What happened?" But we made comment of that a couple times doing ball games on TV, football games, that nobody kneels, nobody protests. You're back in small town USA where things are still real. And I commend the fans that came from West Memphis and the fans from Mountain Home, keeping it real here for us, and for these young ones to look and have the opportunity to go, "Daddy, what happened? Why all of a sudden is it quiet?" Of course, at 3 years old, she doesn't quite understand that. But if that gets enthralled into her mind now, she'll know what happened. She'll know why we do that. And
that's cool.
And we need more and more of that across the country.
A lot of people in 200 years died to preserve that right to have the freedom to do what we want to do in the gym or football field, wherever it may be.
Yeah, but I'm not too excited about the 8 basketball players on Saturday that decided to take a knee.
We're at
Ole Miss.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But anyway, high school wrestling team went down to Little Rock, wrestled in state tournament, and we'll talk about that.
All right. Yeah, they went down to the University of Little Rock at the Jack Stevens Center.
Stevens Center,
Where?
Yep. Jack Stevens Center.
At what university?
University, they say University of Little Rock.
Yeah. U of A, Euler, U of A,
Yeah.
Little Rock.
Oh, U of A at Little Rock. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
And did a great job. Of course, it was tough. There was, we're 5A. There's 16 teams coming in to compete for the top 6 spots. And, we talked about having a young team this year, but all the kids stepped up and did really well. We had 2 people actually place in the tournament.
How many kids did you take?
We took, I think it was 12.
And they all wrestled?
They all wrestled. We did have injury.
Leg? Was it leg?
No, not leg. I can tell you here. Let me flip through. Of course, I'm like the worst at names here. Out on injury, Lance injured his shoulder, believe it or not. And
did he land wrong?
Did he break his collarbone, or did he?
It could be.
Could be broke.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Suspect.
So, unfortunately, he was down for the count. But we did have 2 that actually fought very well, fought through. We had Isaac Bernay at 138. He finished in 6th place, which is the first through 6 you medal. And Aiden Ritchie's 220. He finished in 4th place. Had some great matches. Made it into the ceremonies at the end to wrestle his final match, and it was just kind of an honor to be out there coaching him. And he did an amazing job. He really did.
Now, I may be wrong, but I think I'm correct. The Stevens folks, the organization, are the ones that actually got wrestling started back in Arkansas as a school sport.
Yep.
And I believe that they supplied X number of schools with mats to get it going in each classification.
Yep.
And that's been, 12 years?
Probably around there,
around 12 years ago. And it has grown to be a pretty good competitive ongoing thing. And, of course, it's always good when you can bring a half a dozen or a dozen kids down to a state tournament and they all get to participate.
How many matches did you have down there?
There was a total of 6 matches running. When they run the regular tournaments, we were running, Division A would run on 3 mats. And then when they got down to the championship rounds, they split it up by division. So 5A had 2 mats, so your 1st and 2nd would wrestle, and 3rd and 4th at the same time. And then you had 6A, and then you had 1A through 4A that's on their own 2 mats.
Yeah, 1A through 4A haven't had wrestling as long as the upper schools have.
Yeah.
They started getting their mats down to them probably in the last 6 years, where we've had it probably 10 to 12. So
we had another one I was trying to see in here that was out for injury as well.
Now, what will happen to the majority of those boys? They'll go on to off-season football, and some of them will go in to participate in track.
A lot of them are in football, and a lot of them are in track. Most of our wrestlers are multi-sport athletes, so they're going to go into their prospective sport of whatever they're doing next.
Whatever's next. Maybe a handful or 2 or 3 will go on to go for the Adidas Nationals.
Yeah, we've talked. It looks like we're going to have a group of kids that, especially at the high school level, that are wanting to go. I know we'll have a handful from the youth level as well. So starting next week, they'll be starting the
practice for that. And we're going to kind of dwindle down to just those guys and make sure they have a competitor. And now we start pushing them, because start doing the national tournament, it's tough. I mean, they got to be prepared for it. So yeah, whole different level.
And the high school team's been working real hard. They've been practicing real hard. But the youth, with some of the youngsters, you don't push them as hard. So that's why we kind of clear some of them out and bring the kids that can mentally handle it and start stepping it up.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
No, I'm looking forward to it. It's not until April, but
and this is Nationals?
This is the Adidas Nationals. It used to be the Brute Nationals. Now it's the Adidas Nationals.
Where you go for that?
Independence, Missouri.
I sure it was in Kansas City, I was thinking, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just outside of there, Independence, Missouri. It'd be a good tournament. It's usually packed. I mean, there will be thousands and thousands of people there. They use 2 huge arenas, and it's awesome to see.
So at Nationals, how many mats would they have? They're probably running 12.
No, I think last year they ran close to 20. I think
20.
Yeah, they have to, because they try to get it all done in one day.
Well, what's your distance between the mats when it's on the floor? When you've got competition, what's your distance? I mean,
they're back to back.
Yeah, it's a you walk in that gym.
You may only have a few feet between each.
If
ring.
that, sometimes not even that.
Yeah. And the biggest thing is they're strict. They got like a border put up around that. You got to be up one on deck, or wrestling, or be a coach that has a kid on deck to be on the floor, because they can't have everybody. There's just too many. We had the coaches meeting last year, and I took a picture of the coaches meeting, and it filled the whole gym floor.
Is this at a college it's done at?
It's at the Einstein Center or something like that. I can't remember the name of the center, but it's a huge arena complex. They got 2. It's like ice rink that's been converted.
Converted floor for probably a basketball. They'd have probably an NCAA championship there.
They might.
I don't think it's that big. I don't think it's big enough for an NCAA championship.
I don't know. It's huge. And then there's another one attached to it that's basically the same size, but doesn't have the seating area for the stands.
That's where the issue would be.
They're actually official ice rinks, and they put mats on top. You can see between the mats sometimes that they got their own hard mats they put down before they put the rest of the mats. So it's kind of nice. It keeps it nice and cool in there where you're not getting hot.
Oh, it's still a usable ice rink then?
Oh, yeah. Wow. No, you can see on the edges. You can put your finger through there and touch the ice.
They play hockey on that at any time, you think?
I would imagine.
Wow.
I mean, that's how it looks like it's designed for.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's something different.
So equipment turn in for the high school wrestling going to be
Tuesday.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
And then take a week off, and everything will be smooth, and then go back and start hitting it again.
For all the kids that want to go on to nationals.
Good deal.
So pretty much winding down. This will pretty much end the regular season for both youth and high school. And we had a good run this year. We really did. And for the returning ones that we've got coming back, and for what 8th graders are moving up, we should have a good team. If not next year, within 2 years, we should be back on top again and where we need to be.
Good deal. What are you picking up over there?
I got NCAA men's top 25 in collegiate basketball.
Is anybody from the SEC still in there?
Well, let's see. We got
Kentucky
Duke
and Tennessee.
24-3. We got Duke, Gonzaga, Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee round out the top 5. Then we got Nevada, Michigan, UNC, Houston, Michigan State for the next 5. That rounds out the top 10. Marquette, Kansas, LSU is at 13. There's an SEC team. Then we got Texas Tech and Purdue. That gives you the top 15. Then Florida State, Villanova, Louisville, Iowa State, Virginia Tech, Iowa, Wisconsin, Kansas State, Maryland, Buffalo. Round up the top 25.
But that will change at noon today.
Yes. LSU beat Tennessee. Of course, Tennessee's ranked number 5, LSU number 13, 82-80. And
LSU will probably pick up a few points on that.
Let's see what the standings are with the. Let's look at. We can look at the SEC if we got a minute. I'll pull it down here real quick. Southeast Conference, and see where the standings are. Well, providing the computer will start working now that we're on the air live here. Mid-America, Missouri Valley, Northeast. There we go. Southeast Conference. You got LSU at 12-2 in conference. Kentucky at 12-2 in conference. Tennessee 12-2 in conference. Tennessee is 16-0 at home, 6-2 away. They've lost one. South Carolina, Mississippi, Florida, Mississippi State, Alabama, Auburn, Texas A&M. Then Arkansas is 5-9 in conference, 14-13 overall, 10-6 at home, 4-5 away. Then Missouri, 3-11 in conference, 12-4 overall. Georgia and Vanderbilt for the Southeastern Conference, right there.
But that's up to Saturday.
That's up to Saturday. Yeah,
right. Because a lot of that will change because Saturday had some.
Yeah.
Some strange wins. So.
And so poor old Vanderbilt's 0-14 in conference, 9-18 overall, and 8-8 at home, 1-9 away with LSU, 12-2. You got 12-2 in conference play with LSU, Kentucky, and Tennessee.
Lady Bomber softball tonight at 4:30 at the new softball complex on West Road. They'll have 2 games tonight, and they'll play again tomorrow night. So with that, have a good day.
we will see you. That's a little bit early, isn't it?
A little bit early, but it's
You said 45 seconds.
45 seconds.
That was 20 seconds ago.
We can fuss here for another 15 and give you.
Oh, my gosh.
No, appreciate everybody for tuning in. And
we will be
we'll
back
see you
tomorrow. Baxter Regional here tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody.